Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's topic has 3 points, and you're going to want to stick around because the third point is a secret as to the one thing that's going to cost you a lot of money on your books that will prevent them from selling. Now, let's get into it. So today's topic is why your self-publishing books aren't selling. Now, this is something that many authors wonder about before they're even getting a book onto the market, is whether or not the market will even want to buy your book at all. And for some of you, you may already have put your books onto the market and aren't seeing the sales that you would like to be seeing, but you're not sure what exactly you did wrong that is stopping you from getting the sales that you would like to see and also that you deserve. Since your book is a high quality book, why exactly aren't people buying it? And that is what we are going to look at in today's video. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like for me to make more videos like this one so I can help even more people learn how to self-publish and get their books selling. And check out below in the description and you can grab a copy of my absolutely free self-publishing checklist to make sure that you are not missing any of the important steps to getting your book published properly and making the sales that you deserve on your books. So let's get into it. My books didn't sell. So I spent tons of time putting my own books onto the market. We started first with Amazon and then Smashwords and moved on from there. But in our initial attempts of putting our books onto the market, onto Amazon, we weren't seeing very many sales. The thing is that I had also heard of another strategy, which was you can hire people to also write books on different topics, and I realized that would be a faster way to produce even more books onto the market where I could then have more data to play around with to see what exactly it is that it takes to make a book sell versus not sell. And the thing is that by putting these books, I was ordering books based on topics that were already popular in the market, things that were popular at the time, and I was only choosing to put them at about 3,000 words. I discovered that at 3,000 words, it's long enough to be a paperback book, a 20-minute audiobook, and sort of get in and get out and hit a subject. And so that was an experiment that I was playing, was we'll just choose topics that are currently popular and see if those books will sell. Well, the interesting thing is these short books were outperforming my 100-page long books. And that was something that I took notice of. Why exactly would these short books be doing better than the longer books that I had written myself? And the problem was my books weren't optimized for a target market. These shorter books, I was specifically choosing themes and topics that were already popular. There was an existing hungry market of buyers and readers who were looking to read on these subjects. And when I came out with my own topics, I wasn't choosing the correct topics. And this is a huge mistake. So what happened is I started optimizing my books by choosing the correct keywords and such in order to make sure that my books were being put out there and finding audiences that were interested in these topics. It wasn't that my books were completely off topic, it's just that nobody was searching some of the clever titles that I had chosen or things like that, or even the covers not being optimized. But it was crazy to imagine that simply 3,000 word pamphlets or short books would outperform my personal books that were 100 pages and had much more content, and yet they were. So why is your self-published books aren't selling? Well, the first thing is you aren't making different formats and maximizing distribution. And that's a very important one that you have to remember when you're first getting started, is that if you're not maximizing the distribution and the formats, there may be an audience out there for you, but it's spread across different networks and different platforms. So for example, when you put on Amazon, it also distributes across a number of other platforms, but like Smashwords has even more, and Ingram Spark a different set. And so the combination of these different platforms and networks and types of books, hardcover, softcover, softback, your audiobook format, your ebook, EPUB, Kindle, all of these different formats, it means that there's a number of readers who may perhaps only read that type of book in the format that they wish to read the book in. And they're not going to purchase your book if it isn't in a format that they want to read. So that's your first one. The second is you aren't marketing them in terms of ads, content marketing, and social media marketing. And all of these three can be very powerful. The most powerful of them all is content marketing, but it takes a lot of time. Producing blogs and videos about your books takes a lot of time, but it will, in the long run, bring more traffic from Google and other places like that so that people will see that you're an authority on it. You can also use social media marketing, which means you're going to put your books onto groups, Facebook groups. You can hire gigs on Fiverr in order to get that done like that. But a lot of people find that doesn't really move the needle on sales. The most effective and works in the short run and long run is running ads on Amazon. So specifically running ads and monitoring the ads on a daily basis to see how you're doing with regards to your books. And this is the one that I found personally works fantastic in terms of just making sure your books are getting in the front of the eyes of readers or people who are looking for books that are just like yours. So that's a very powerful trick that many people simply don't use. And the secret answer of the day is that your books just aren't optimized. They're not selling because your title, your cover, your description, and the keywords and content are not optimized. The whole entire process is not telling people what the book is about, but understanding the needs and the problems that your readers have when they're coming into it, and the risks that they're taking if they buy your book as opposed to buying somebody else's book on the exact same subject. And so we have to get into the minds of our readers with regards to both the cover and the title and the keywords they're looking for to understand, just as I gave the example on my own books being outperformed by short books that were written by ghostwriters. This is the same thing that would be very relevant for you also to keep in mind here, that by taking your books, make sure that there is a target audience and also learning some of the copywriting skills necessary to write a description that isn't built to tell them what the book is about, but built to get into the mind of your readers and make sure you're speaking to them in a way that will make them want to take action and buy your book as opposed to somebody else's book. So those are the three top reasons. So, are you having a problem getting your books to sell? If you are, write the word yes below in the comments. If you're not and everything's fine, write the word no, because that will help me make sure that I'm reaching you with the right content here on this channel. And check up above me here for more video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.